Hey everybody, it's March 1st, 2017, and this is daily vlog number 305, and it's Wednesday. And how the heck is everybody today? On a beautiful Wednesday. Well, actually here it's kind of rainy, but that's okay. Uh, but just been looking through some news stories that I want to tell you about. I got 5 of them today, so let's go ahead and get started. First one here is 7 Baltimore officers arrested, accused of robbing victims. What these 7 officers were doing was they were stopping people and basically robbing them of their money and other items without even charging them. They weren't. These people weren't under any investigation at all. It's been said that they took as much as hundreds of dollars up to $200,000, and they were also padding their work hours to the extent that some of the officers were making double their salary, and one was even on vacation when he had put in that he was working. So while he was getting his vacation pay, he was also getting for time that he was supposedly working as well. They've been arrested and they've been charged with these offenses, but they haven't gone to trial yet. We'll keep an eye on this and see how it turns out. And in the next story here, it says company pauses release of $89,000 muscular dystrophy drug. Now, when this came up on my Google Plus page, the title changed a little bit. It said generic drug, but in the article, this was never said to be a generic drug, and people have been getting generic drugs from other countries for this particular drug. Now, what this is, this company had made this drug, and they say the cost of it is $89,000 a year, compared to the $1,200 a year that people can get the generic equivalent from other countries. I do not understand what the heck is going on in this country, how we can inflate these prices so much. I mean, if other countries can make these drugs for a fraction of the cost that these drugs are coming out in the U.S. for, I really would like to know what the heck they're doing wrong to make these drugs so expensive. Or are they just that greedy that they can't stand it and they want to just inflate these prices up to where almost nobody can afford it? I know the medications that I take and my wife takes, for the most part, we can get pretty cheap, but there's a couple of them that are like, well, my wife's is $36 for a refill, and mine runs about $16 for a refill. Where in other countries, you know, you could get that for like $5 or $4 or even less. And just think of the price of things when you go to the hospital. I was reading an article where if you went to the hospital and you got a Tylenol, the hospital would charge anywhere from $1.50 to $15, and you can go to the drugstore and buy a bottle of Tylenol 100 count for $1.49. Now, if you were getting that from the hospital at $1.50, that's a 10,000% up upgrade to that. So, you know, something's wrong. I don't know what it is, but something's really wrong. Next story here. Police say they were authorized by McDonald's to arrest protesters' suit claims. These protesters, they're part of the Fight for 15 organization, the people that are trying to get the minimum wage raised $15 an hour. But when I read this article, a couple of things kind of struck me as odd. First of all, when can McDonald's authorize the police to arrest protesters? I thought the police were paid by the people. I thought they were government employees paid by tax dollars. So I don't see how McDonald's can authorize them to arrest protesters. And another thing, what makes these people think that by protesting outside of a McDonald's that they're going to make the minimum wage go up to $15 an hour? I don't think McDonald's has that kind of influence to raise the minimum wage, and even if they could, I don't think they'd be doing that. So I don't know. I researched the article. I thought maybe it was false, but I didn't find any indication that it was a fake news story. But just seems kind of off to me. The next story here, and this was a picture that was put up on a Facebook page, on a group page, and it's a picture of Donald Trump saluting a Marine, and it says that over 13,000 Marines had applied for White House detail after Trump was elected. And the title is, "Did thousands of Marines apply for White House detail after Trump became president?" Now, I researched this, and this was unverified because the sources of this picture could not be determined, and from reports of Marines that they said that the numbers seem off, but they didn't have exact numbers. So I would say that this picture is widely exaggerated, and since the sources couldn't be verified, I would say that's kind of like fake news. So too bad for Trump, I guess. And then in the last story here, Oprah realizes you don't need government experience to be president. Now, back before Trump became president, somebody had suggested to Oprah Winfrey that she run for president, and she said no, she wasn't really thinking of doing that because she didn't know at the time that you didn't have to have experience to become president of the United States. But since Trump became president and he didn't have any experience at being president, she's maybe rethinking her position, and maybe, just maybe, she might run for president in 2020. And I think that would be a pretty good thing. I think she'd get a lot of votes if she actually did run for president. But the one thing about that is the Republican Party is going to have to not be the majority of our government. Now, in 2018, when the next general election is, all of the House of Representatives seats are open for re-election, and a third of the Senate seats are open for re-election. So, for all those people that don't want Trump to be president again for another 4 years, I think you better be not voting Republican. Otherwise, if the Republican Party is still the majority party when the presidential election comes up again in 2020, then he'll be in for another 4 years. So if you don't want Trump in for another 4 years, you better be thinking of voting something other than Republican. But that's about it. That's all I have for today. If you like my articles, please give me a thumbs up, and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. The link's down below. And also check out my social media sites, G+, Facebook, and Twitter. And if you missed yesterday's vlog, just click on the image to the left. And also check out my website, the Chuck Baker homepage at chuckbaker.org. The link's up at the top. Till tomorrow, everybody. Take care. Bye-bye.